Hi everyone, so welcome back to the Match Fishing YouTube channel. As you can see, you've got that iconic backdrop, the rocks, and we're out today with Ian Madden at Boddington Reservoir. How are we doing, Ian?
Yeah, it's gone very, very well this morning actually. I think this is the 8th fish now, averaging from around about £7 up to I think 12 or £13, the biggest one so far.
Yeah, we've had a couple of lovely commons, haven't you,
Indeed,
as well?
yeah,
Cracking
definitely.
condition fish.
I'm not quite sure what size this is, but he's not playing ball at the moment.
So we're just out today looking at using the right sort of kit for fishing long distance feeders for carp. I know it's something that's been covered a lot of times in the past, but when you're at this game, Ian, you've just got to have the right kit for the job, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I was just saying to you earlier, when I first started coming back to this place a couple of years ago, I bought just two 12-foot method rods, which were just nowhere near good enough for this sort of fishing. You know, you just couldn't get the distance at all. It was making a bit of a joke of things. And then when I was looking at other people's tackle and that, and then you could see the powerful rods that they were using, you realise you needed to up the guns and everything, you know, step up a bit.
Absolutely. So this is, say you've had a few and you've been fishing about 60 metres today, haven't you? We've got this wind is actually quite a bit stronger than it's probably coming across on camera. I hope the audio's okay.
Yeah, I've clipped up at 60 metres and also 70 metres, but the bites have all been coming at 60, so I really haven't bothered going out to 70 at the moment.
No, and it's been interesting the bite time as well, isn't it? Because it can be quite crucial. You know, using a stopwatch, timing your bites.
Stopwatch is very important actually, you know, to roughly time how when the fish are coming and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We had a couple of bites just now where it was like 5 minutes apart, and on the 6 minutes, you know, both times they went round. And this one was out for 8.5 minutes. So all within that sort of same window, really.
Yeah, that seems to be the sweet spot today. Because obviously, when it's cold and it's winter, you can sit here and leave your feeder out 45, 50 minutes.
Yes.
For a bite. But at this time of year, where are we now? Kind of May, heading into June soon. You can kind of catch a bit better, and you know, more regular cast is going to help your catch rate, isn't it?
Oh, indeed, yes, definitely. So, well, so we've stepped it up a little bit in the last 3/4 of an hour to a quicker cast, you know, sort of giving it 10 or 12 minutes in between casts. So trying to hit the same spot if we can every time, which in this wind can be a bit tricky. But we seem to have managed it 2 or 3 times and had a fish.
There he is. Another common. They are absolutely turbocharged, aren't they, these fish?
Absolutely wild. Yeah.
I'll come and have a closer look at that one. But I'll tell you what we'll do as well. We'll have a look at that hook hold on there as well.
Yep.
We'll talk a little bit about the feeders and the kit and the baits. I'm just going to make my way over these rocks. Let's get the gob on that, eh?
Just in the bottom lip.
Lovely. That's exactly where you want to be hooking.
Perfect.
Them,
absolutely perfect.
Nailed, you would say.
Indeed.
So let's. We probably won't pick this one up. And what size do you reckon that is? Ian?
I would say he's a double, probably.
Yeah, he's getting on for that way, isn't he?
Yeah,
Sure.
10, 12 pound.
Really solid fish. Lovely.
Turbocharged, as you say. Just slipping back. Always nice just to hold them in the net for a minute or two till they get the strength back, and
yeah,
then when they kick, just let them go.
Absolutely fine fit. Lovely condition as well.
It's absolutely perfect at the moment. I don't know whether they spawned at the moment. If they haven't, they're pretty full of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're absolutely like torpedoes. That first initial lunge is just ridiculous, the way they tear off.
Let's have a little close up of this, closer look at this feeder while you mould it up. Well, I know you've already got one there ready to go.
Sure. I'll just do a fresh one then.
Yeah.
So we're using an 8mm pineapple wafter.
Yellow's been the best colour today.
Yeah, I had one earlier on actually on the pink, but the yellow has been the predominant best bait today.
Just on a little bayonet.
Yeah, just on a bayonet, 4-inch hook link.
What size?
Size 10. I don't see there's no point in going any smaller for these boys.
Yeah.
You know, you want to hook hold. If you're bringing them back from a long distance, you want it to be there and stay there.
I'm of the opinion, personally, that it doesn't make any difference to your bites either. You?
No, I don't think it does, actually. I think
specifically for this style of fishing.
Yeah, when they're on it, aren't they?
They are.
And that's it, ready to go.
So a mixture of 2 different types of pellets there.
Yeah, I've got F1 Sweet. There's Fin Perfects mixture and a little bit of standard pellets.
Yep.
Just mixed together with a bit of flavouring going in there, which is the sal activated.
Yeah. You go ahead, Ian. Get that.
Thank you.
Get that back out. Lovely, that's what you want, isn't it? That nice little plop, hit the clip, drop the feeder in nice and tidy.
Just feel the feeder down to the bottom like that, and then just drop your rod on the rest.
I think it's important to do that because you know your feeder gets to the bottom intact. You know, you see, whether it's right or wrong, you see people smash the feeder in sometimes. Is it the right thing to do? You know, I think fishing tidy to the clip, make sure it drops in nice. You're giving yourself the best chance, aren't you?
Absolutely. I think if you can get it to go in that tiny plop into water, obviously at that distance is always a bit of a job, then you know the actual feed is going to go down and settle weight down, sort of thing. Just hold your line, feel it hit the bottom, pop your rod on the rest. With this ripple on it, it's going to sink the line very quickly as well. It's already sunk, and we're fishing.
Yeah. So let's take a bit of a whistle-stop tour of the rods you've set up, because that's the crucial thing, really. Obviously, here's just quickly show Ian's baits he's got. He's got the Dynamite Swimston F1 Sweet pellets, Fin Perfect Sticky Method pellets. And in his other mix, he's just put a little bit of this Swimston Amino Black in with the pellets, just as an alternative to try, Ian, yeah?
Yeah, basically I started off on this the sweet mix with the sal, and if that wasn't going to work, I'd just try something which probably just a little bit tiny more, a bit stronger, a bit fish mealier.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had the need to use it today, so it's there and it'll feed the fish in the pond at home.
An old resident Boddington Swan's come to see
yeah,
us.
he's been here most morning, bless him.
Waiting for the food. So the rod you've got at the minute for that kind of 60 metre range, what have you gone for?
This is a 13-foot Horizon Continental from Nytro. It's 100 gram casting weight, and I have a 4-ounce tip in this.
Yep. Matched with?
The reel is a StarkX 550. 5,500 size, with a conical spool, which the line lay on this is absolutely fantastic because it just fits perfectly. You know, it just laps over everything up and down.
Yeah. And that long cast spool really does. It genuinely helps with distance casting.
Oh, indeed. The line just peels off the front of it with no problem whatsoever. It's just effortless, actually. The line itself is 018 Sublime Sinking Feeder Mono.
Here to show you the pack. So we've got this one, which is 018.
Yep, that's the main line.
An 026 there.
Yeah, the 026 is the one I used for a shock leader. There are I used them both together because it's exactly the same line, and I know it's going to sink, and it's good. Well, the weight of the feed is going to take it down anyway. But I know I'm confident in this line. It's fantastic. It does what it says on the box. It sinks like a brick.
And these are so you've got 2 of the rods set up here.
Yep.
So one you've set up with a bomb.
Yeah, I started ping pellets earlier, sort of 8mm pellets, and the wind got up too much and it was just scattering them everywhere. So I went to 11mm pellets and it was doing the same. So really, that's just there doing nothing.
Bit of a backup.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's that you said that's an Horizon Method feeder rod. 12 foot, did you say?
That's 12 foot. Yes, yeah.
You got that matched up with the Horizon reel, same reel line.
Yeah, same reel line, all 018.
Yeah.
And that's the 5,000 size Horizon reel.
And then this, you got the big boy here.
Yeah, this is the Horizon distance power feeder.
I've used these Horizon range of rods doing some reviews for match fishing, and I know they're really good, loads of features, but really well priced.
Yeah, absolutely, actually. This is comes in at 120 grams, actually. This has got a 4-ounce tip in it as well, and this is 14 foot, just in case I needed to go 80, 90, or heaven forbid, a bit further.
Yeah, be on big Bertha out.
Indeed, yeah. So, but we haven't had to use it today. The boats have been coming regularly at 60 metres, and I don't see the point of overcomplicating it if you don't want to.
Yeah, and you've matched it up with a slightly larger reel?
Yeah, this is the Horizon long cast, 5,000 size, oversized spool. As you can see, the line lay on it is absolutely fantastic. 018 Sublime sinking feeder mono again, and just with a...
That's your preferred choice of feeder,
Yes,
is
it is. Yeah, it's an elasticated hybrid feeder. I do like to use elastic where it's allowed. I think, especially with these rocks here, it just gives you that little bit more of absorption when the fish are lunging for those rocks.
Yeah, definitely. And what weight feeders have you gone for today?
This is a 60 gram if I wanted to go out there and beat the wind if I needed to go longer.
Yes.
But the one on the 13-foot rod is a 45 gram.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you've got to balance the feeders, haven't you, with the rods, with the line, and that's going to give you optimum distance, optimum control and performance, isn't it, really?
Absolutely, yeah. There's no point in picking this rod up and trying to go 80, 90 metres with a 30, 45 gram feeder. People can do it, of course they can. But for me, I always go for a little bit weightier feeder just to get the stuff out there.
Yeah, and this is the thing, just don't come to a place like this too undergunned. This is a big water. Sometimes, not all the time, you've got to chuck a long way to find the fish. And you do need the kit for the job, especially in colder months. You know, you might need to fish 100 metres, and something like this, a Horizon rod with the right reel, with 60 gram feeder is definitely going to make that possible, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you say, it's all about balancing the gear. The 018 line, all it basically does is carry your feeder out there. We have 11-pound sinking feeder Sublime mono,
Yeah,
for the shock leader, and it's bulletproof.
yeah.
So I don't see there's much point in going any heavier than that, actually, because I think that's plenty good enough.
Yeah, and just a selection of wafters. You like the wafters, don't you?
Oh,
You know, like
yeah.
a lot of people do. But
Yeah, it seems to be the bait here you need actually to catch these fish. I'm not saying you couldn't catch on pellets if you wanted to permanently, but if you want to do any good against the guys here, then you've got to go along with what they're using.
yeah,
Because that seems to be the thing. So, you know, these are the pineapple ones in, I think they're 5 and 8 mil ones. I've been catching on 8 mil all day.
yeah,
Haven't really gone for the smaller wafter today because there's so many roach out there pecking at the feeder that you're just going to hook roach.
yeah, yeah. It's actually surprising. There's a huge head of silverfish in here, aren't there, as well? So
Indeed. Yeah, as you say, Dan Webb's up there catching the fish one a chuck, actually just practicing for a silverfish match, I presume, in a couple of weeks' time or whenever.
yeah.
And he will literally have a net full out during the day.
Just clamber back over these rocks, show you the swim. So Ian sat on 92 today with a sanctuary, well, what's known as a sanctuary just there. 92's the M peg on this bank. Up at the crack of dawn to get this on, weren't you, Ian?
Indeed, actually, yeah, I think I arrived in the car park at 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah, yeah.
Ultra keen, but it's paid off, eh?
Oh, indeed, actually, yeah. I got some advice off of John Webb and Zach Williams, and they both told me to come to this peg if you can get it, fish it, because there's fish on there. And, you know, there's no point in going to sit down the far end because you don't get so many bites. You know, and you want a few bites, and that's what we've had.
Fingers crossed that rod wraps around again, eh?
It'd be lovely. One more would be lovely. That's just about to see me out for the day then.
So, Ian's into another one. Interesting one, this, Ian. You just went a bit longer, didn't you?
Yeah, we unclipped from 60 that we've been fishing all morning and gone straight out to 70, and it's been sat there for probably just under 20 minutes now. Wasn't holding much hope, and it's just gone round.
I think that's really interesting about this style of fishing, because this happens, like, it's more than coincidence. This happens a lot. You just go a little bit further than where you've been fishing, and I think those fish have maybe just backed off a little bit, and you can just get back in touch with them again, just putting that little bit of extra distance, and that kind of solidifies the reasons why Ian's set up multiple rods here as well, because often you can have to chase the fish, can't you, Ian?
Oh, indeed, actually, yeah. I say the majority of people normally start around 60 metres, go out in increments of 5 metres, and, you know, by the end of the match you could be fishing 100 plus.
Yeah. And it's just a case of when you need this type of kit to keep in touch with the fish, that's when the value of having rods like this really pays for itself. Say you could come here with a standard 11, 12 foot rod and possibly have a really nice day in the summer, but at different times of year you genuinely do need the kit for the job. This range of rods that Ian's brought today with him has been superb, really. Yeah, effortless distance really for these rods, Ian.
With the correct weighted feeder, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a nice push forward and a pull with the bottom hand, and you can achieve those distances without making too much effort at it.
Yeah. Another common.
Didn't see. Yes, yeah. Crazy boy.
And it's important just to have that shock leader as well, isn't it? Just to give you that reassurance when you're really hacking a feeder out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, because you're casting on a much heavier line than the actual line that's the main line, and it also gives you that little bit of more protection around the rocks and that here. Because if you can imagine a thinner line would be probably just a braze on the actual rocks, and with this little bit heavier, this 11-pound line just gives you that little bit more confidence around them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously because you're using the OAT main line, it's less resistance, less friction through the rings, and you can really help to achieve those distances. I think it can be off-putting, you know, when someone says, oh, you need to fish 80 metres to catch, but with the right kit, it's perfectly achievable for everybody, isn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely, and you know, you don't have to go stupidly priced on tackle and everything. These rods, as you say, are absolutely perfect for this sort of fishing, these continental feeders. They just do the job.
Yeah, absolutely. He's given a good account of himself,
Isn't he just? God, dear me.
I do think as well, those elasticated feeders just make the difference when the fish are thrashing near the net.
It just gives you that extra bit of shock absorbency, you know.
Yeah.
And this is an absolute fantastic bit of kit, this net, with this grab handle here.
Let's have a look at that. Yeah.
The grab handle on the net allows you to hold this, and you can lift the fish straight up into the unhooking position.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Absolute safety.
Another really nice condition.
Oh, aren't they just? Yeah, he's
Nailed in the bottom. Yeah.
in the bottom lip again. So I will use the scourger just to take it out gently.
I would say, and look at that. What an absolute beauty of a common. Perfect condition. What a brilliant way to wrap up this feature.
Been an absolutely fantastic day, Alex. Thanks very much.
Superb job, Ian. Well done.
Thank you.
Hopefully you've learnt plenty there, guys. Ian's just going to slip this one back. And we're just going to put the finishing touches to the feature that we're out shooting today, which will be live in the June 2025 issue of Match Fishing magazines. Hopefully you've learned a bit there about distance fishing for carp, put it into practice, and hopefully we'll see you next time right back here on the Match Fishing YouTube channel. Cheers, Ian.
Cheers, Alex.